I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day you've given us, God. Thank you for your many blessings. We pray tonight that you be with us as we meet to discuss business for the school district. God, I pray that you would help us to make wise decisions. And God, I do pray for all the teachers and administration and all those who are involved in the startup of the school year. God, I pray that you would just bless each one of them. And God, I pray that this coming school year would be the greatest school year in Huntsville school district history. And God, I pray that you would just bless it. God, I pray that you would protect all the campuses. And God, I just pray that you would just make it a special one. And God, I pray for our armed forces right now overseas. God, I pray that you protect them. God, I pray that those that are making decisions, that you would give them wisdom to make the right decisions. And God, once again, we just thank you for your many blessings. Most of all, thank you for your son, Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
We'll call this regular board meeting of July 21st, 2026 to order.
21.
So welcome back, everybody. So this is, of course, Ashley and Ben's first meeting, and so we kind of went through the rundown of everything. So they'll be all the pros out of here in no time. So for either one of y'all, do we have any public comment?
Not tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't going to, but
Didn't.
you are, so.
Well, I mean, I didn't talk to him, but I think it's about school business, so that's going to be on an agenda
Oh, okay.
as an action item. So.
Okay.
Next up is our great time where we have recognitions. So Bailey, are you?
I will.
Take this one?
So tonight, we get to recognize our maintenance department, someone from our maintenance department. And so he unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but tonight I get the privilege to recognize Aaron Baker for our maintenance spotlight. He is just a great guy, and he's been a great asset to our department. And Aaron has been with the Huntsville School District for the past 10 years, and during that time, he's become someone our maintenance department can definitely depend on. Since stepping into my new role, I've had the opportunity to work alongside Aaron a lot more, and I just have really grown to appreciate his attitude and his willingness to help. If I ask Aaron to take care of something, I know it's going to get done, and he doesn't complain. He doesn't look for recognition. He just goes to work and gets taken care of what needs to be done. One thing that I have really learned to appreciate Aaron for is that he understands the goal and vision that we have for our department. And it's at the end of the day, we're not just fixing things or checking off work orders. We're here to create a safe, clean, and welcoming environment where our students can learn and our staff can do their jobs. Aaron understands that, and he helps carry that vision every day. Aaron is respected by the people he works with because he's dependable, easy to work with, and he's willing to help when it's needed. During this transition, he's been a tremendous help to both me and our department, and I'm thankful for that. To me, Aaron is just a good guy, and he comes to work to do his job and helps his teammates, and he cares about what he's doing because it's what's right for the district. These are the kinds of people every district hopes to have, and we're fortunate to have him as part of the Huntsville School District. Thank you to Aaron for his dedicated years of service and everything he does behind the scenes for our staff and students, and congratulations to him. So, thank you.
I'd also like to brag on Bailey. I was like driving by the high school, and I was like, oh my gosh, this person's mess is still there. And then the next day I drove by and it's like, oh my gosh, it's gone. Because it was like where all the shrubbery had been.
It's been a team effort, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more fortunate and more proud of the group that we have and the people that we have to work with. And it's truly been a team effort.
The floors look incredible.
Yes.
The ones I've seen.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and give I was going to save it for the end on the comments, but I just cannot give a shout out enough to our custodial maintenance crews. I mean, we have been bucking it this summer, and I hope that you see the fruits of our labor on that. I mean, if you get a chance, please go in some of the classrooms at the kindergarten where we're stripping the floors for the first time in 13 years there. And those tiles are not yellow, they're white. And so we discovered that, but, they've not complained once about it. I mean, there's been some growing pains on both the educator side and our side, but, everyone has been great to work with, and I mean, it's been a good experience. So, I mean, I'm hoping that, we're just gonna raise the bar and I mean, the only thing that there's been probably the most pushback on is, we've asked all of our teachers to make sure their closets are cleaned out this year for waxing, and, you know, some of them say, well, it's not been done in 20 years, or, you know, it's just a closet, why does it need to be done? But my argument to that is, I mean, whether it's a closet, a classroom, or a storage room, like, every room deserves to look its best, and so that's what we're setting out to do, so. So I'm very proud of all of our custodian, our maintenance crew, and I won't leave out our technology department. I mean, they've been booking it as well, and we're ahead of schedule from where we normally are this year, so, which is good, because we'll talk about that in a minute on what the workload they have coming up, but very, very proud of all of our departments, and couldn't be more proud of the people we work with. So thank you for all of your support and allowing us to do what we can do.
So next item's approval of the consent agenda. Is there any questions?
All in favor?
Thank you, so for the superintendent's report, there are a few items that we need to talk about. So, one, I know our folks in the audience know this, but, you know, it really reminds me that each one of these people do this on a voluntary basis, you know, and so, you know, they're working all day, you know, trying to get here and just out of the goodness of their heart and their care for our district and their kids, and I really mean that. Y'all know I don't do that enough, but to thank them for what they do and for their support, especially with me going on year 2, because I love them and they're great folks and they really care about our school, and I just wanted to bring that up tonight. Reminded me of that, of, you know, everybody scrambling trying to get here and it's vacation time and there's so many things going on, and for them to do that, take time out for it's really incredible. So, and I did not have that in my superintendent's report, so I'm sorry. But what I did want to first is have us talk about, you know, we talked about having a board work session or a retreat or however we form that for the first time. But I really need ideas from y'all about when you'd be available and what your thoughts are about that. And then we'll kind of take that from here, Ashley and Ben and I, and start trying to plan that out better. But it's kind of hard to plan for that when I don't know y'all's thoughts about when you'd be available. Now, I'm hoping that we'd be able to do that before the August board meeting. So if y'all don't mind kind of sharing your thoughts about it, and then we'll start trying to narrow it down a little bit.
Mondays, we've been used to Mondays. I wouldn't be opposed to coming in on a Monday evening, but it's kind of been convenient not to, but I don't know what everybody else has had to give up.
Well, I can figure it out for the most part, so.
Yeah, it can work whatever, if Monday works best for everybody, I can make it work.
Or another night, it's just that.
We are used to Mondays, so.
Yeah. So it's, nothing, as long as we have it before August 19th. That's something on Monday, August, or 17th.
What else are y'all football practicing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Monday.
See, then so you don't, so then
Well, I
okay,
can't come on Monday.
okay, so then we need to do the Tuesday then. Tuesday's best for Bobby, okay, okay. What about next week?
So,
I think they're at AEA.
yeah, we're going to AAEA, all the admin staff is, from Sunday to Wednesday. But, I mean, if everybody's good with the 4th, we have our district PD day the 3rd, I was gonna tell you all about that here in a little bit. But, I mean, the 4th, if that would work, then.
And that's the first Tuesday, we've been used to that, yeah.
Okay, so are y'all, I mean, as far as the time frame goes, you want, are you thinking evenings or?
Oh, I think,
Dave?
I don't know, maybe Bobby could come, so evening.
Because it could be anytime, because it's a work session, so we're not voting on anything or making any decisions, we're just providing, talking about information and planning.
So what would be the earliest?
I mean, I can be here by 5 on most of it.
So just, I mean, y'all want to, so 5:30, just leave it at 5:30?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I'm not sure about,
Oh, Jamie,
Jamie and,
Yeah, cause Jamie will get off at 5, I don't know.
Yeah.
What it is,
And
yeah.
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 And I'll get a hold of them individually and get their thoughts about it too, and then, so, but no, I thank y'all, that way we've got something narrowed down, and that gives me time to get everything together about, you know, because we'll go, typically when I've done it in the past, I mean, we'll have different parts where we'll talk about different things, like, one will be facilities, where we'll talk about like the old church in St. Paul, or, you know, the roofing projects, and when we think, you know, we want to fit that in, and, it's just those lengthy discussions we need to have. Yeah, we can talk about that, if there's any questions about the handbooks. So that way it doesn't lengthen out a board meeting where we're going into hours long talking about everything. And so usually it's been really beneficial in the past, but we'll have all that lined up and set up for y'all, okay?
Do we need to plan on having another official board meeting for hiring before we get rolling?
Yeah, we might, we probably will. I think we've got like 2 positions right now that we'll have to hire for, that, you know, that, I mean, if we can get 4 of us, and take 5 minutes, you know, so, but let's get that narrowed down about who it is, and then I'll get a letter and see how many we can get together. The next one's the handbooks, so, I didn't know if Ashley wanted to say anything, because Connie had asked some questions already. So, you know, the principal's got the handbooks to us. The 2 elementaries, I think there's no changes, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. All right, they're in the back there, so there's no changes, so I didn't know, I didn't want to make a bunch of copies, and y'all, there's no changes to it. And so the ones you have provided to you are the ones with changes, and that way, you can look them over at the work session. We can answer any questions, and then at the next board meeting, then we'll put it to vote if everything looks good, so. I get everything right? You didn't have to say a word. And so Dave will help me out on this. So your AAA passes, if y'all remember, I'm pretty sure, correct me Dave if I'm wrong, so every one of us have to go in on our own account to make sure it's set and good to go, and then Dave will gather all the, and make it the payment for those passes. So just a reminder, you know, if you want that, you need to go into your account and check whatever. If I can figure it out, I mean, I went in and it was like green, it said I was good to go, so.
Last year's wasn't too hard, the year before that was.
We're trying to make it easier. Well, I'm not trying to make it easier. It seems to be getting a little bit easier.
Yeah.
However, saying that, I had an issue with Dragonfly today, so I was talking to one of their people, and his exact last I heard from him was, "I've never heard of that before, so let me talk to my people and see what we can figure out." Yeah, so, I mean, that's what we're dealing with, but,
Same old Dragonfly.
sure, yeah.
Well, our problem right now, so the AAA sent me an email saying, hey, you don't have your voter representatives in, and I know good and well we did, because Janine had sent it to them, and then somebody else from AAA sent me an email saying, well, you have outstanding invoices. I go and look, I can't find any, Tina can't find any, David can't find any, and so it's, anyway. It's
The
a little
link where I
frustrating.
could go check that is the link that's not working.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So hopefully everything will be fine for us so we can get our AAA passes, so we're good to go there, so. Just a couple of dates for you. Our new teacher in service is Thursday, July 30th. And then our district day in service, where we'll have everybody together, which we'd be more than happy if anybody wants to come and have lunch with us and join in with us, is Monday the 3rd. And that'll be at the arena. And so we're really looking forward to it. Ben and Ashley have done a great job of planning, getting everything ready. And so that first day with everybody back, I'll still admit after 35 years, it's exciting. You still feel that energy and people are ready to go and see smiling faces, and so we'd love for anybody who wants to come, and I'll shoot y'all a reminder later on, so, okay. And that was it for the superintendent's report.
So Coach Preston, are you ready for us to do our dragonfly stuff?
Yes, he can,
Okay.
and if you've been here, it should go through, and I should be able to do it. All of our new folks, I'm having to wait till I get back from them to get everything lined up right.
Okay, I'm just making sure we didn't jump the gun.
No, you should be able to go ahead and do it.
Next up's the finance report. I'll entertain if there's any questions. So I said, I'll entertain, I didn't tease him. I like your reaction every time I say that.
So the food service fund is in the negative, is that because of when we get the funding, or how does that work?
Well, so let me put it this way. I've been at 11 different districts, and so about 6 of them end up in the red every year. And so Jill, I want to give her credit, is doing so much better than this time last year. It was way more than this. And so that's pretty typical in a lot of districts. And but our goal is for that to be in the black every year, and a lot of it has to do with the reimbursements and the CEP program, and we've had those talks about how we can cut that down even more next year. Now, yes, we have the money that take care of that. So, but it's shooting for that gap to where we end up getting in the black, if that helps any, Connie. But it's pretty typical to have a negative balance in food service.
Okay,
So-
well, I didn't know if it's because everybody's eats free,
Yeah,
that they weren't, it had to be when they give us money.
yeah, that's a good point, Connie, because we get reimbursed for the number of meals we serve. So it's just logical, if you're on a 4-day week, there's another day's worth of a breakfast and a lunch you're not serving throughout the whole district. Because, that's what we turn in to get reimbursed, so that hurts, that goes to the negative, you know what I mean? And so, that's something that we're gonna sit down and look at, as far as, storage space. There's some other things that we can do. At my former district, it wasn't through the educational co-op, but we formed a co-op of food service districts to where we could purchase a lot cheaper. There's that, there's really looking in for us sitting down and looking at commodities to making sure we're maximizing that. And then there's also some grant opportunities that we need to look into, especially fresh fruits and vegetables. So there's ideas there that we'll keep working to get that down each year.
So we actually are stopped for the 4-day week.
Yeah, it hurts us when it comes to food service because we're not serving those meals, so we're not getting reimbursement for it.
And the price of food is going up, and the
Yes.
price of reimbursement stays the same.
Yeah. But I want to commend Jill. She's done a great job because, wow, that's a lot better than what it was before. So, and that's with being on CEP. do this year, so she's done great.
I got a question. For 4 years, I've tried to figure out a way to get some money into the arts program and the music. You know, I see we have $388.11 in art, and $322.26 in the music program. But that's just no money, you know. Is there anything the district can do to help on that besides us over there? Find the raise, teach anything?
Well, so, Bobby, if you don't mind, just for me asking, what page you're on, because I wanted to look and see.
6.
If it's an activity fund or if it's,
I think it's an activity. Second to last.
yeah, so Bobby, the activity funds, those are the ones that are raised by that program. And basically it's kind of this way, if their activity or whatever program they has wants to go out and raise those funds, then that goes straight to them into their fund. If that makes sense. So it's not,
It does.
it's not district provided money, it's what they raise for their program, so.
It's just the idea, we're so small, it's hard to raise any decent money. It's hard.
Right, but they have a budget where they're given money.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah.
They have,
Yeah, each campus
that's
has
like just, like if you did something, that's where that money goes and you guys can spend it whatever you want. But they also have a budget that they put in and say, we need X amount to run the art program
Okay,
here
well,
at St. Paul.
I wasn't aware of that, but still, I'm looking at this $388.
Yeah, so, and Bobby, if you, this will be good too for the work session. I'll get you,
Can you get me the
Campus
budget
budget?
numbers?
yes, sir, that way you'll have that from the district. Yeah. we
Yeah,
can go
approve
on
it. Yeah,
accept
approve
the
it.
fund balance.
Nick, can I get a second? All in favor?
I come in there slide.
All right, next up, we're on to the action items, and Ben's gonna talk a little about the salary schedule.
So this past school year, the salary schedule was revamped and looked at. And back in February, the board approved the salary schedule. And last week, we were cross-referencing a couple lists. And a couple weeks ago, David sent us that the 7th grade head volleyball coach was left off of the list in February. So he sent it to the PPC to review. And we would like to recommend that to be added. And last week, we noticed that the Dean of Students was left off as well, and I contacted the PPC about it, but it was too short of a time frame for them to meet. So we do plan on meeting with them in August on that. So we're recommending to add the 7th grade head volleyball coach to the salary schedule.
Can I get a second? Nick, all in favor?
Yes, that's quick. Good job.
That's easy, thank you. Next one's a Chromebook card purchase, and so I think Bailey and Jason are gonna tag team that.
So, you know, right now we're 1-to-1, 6-12, so every student in grades 6 through 12 takes a Chromebook home with them. We have toyed with the idea of going back to carts in the past, and high school is actually the one that approached us about wanting to go back to the carts. And so we had those initial discussions in the spring, and we had asked them, and we'd worked with them, and they went back to their staff, and they did a survey with their staff. Out of their staff, 31 responded, and you know, there's a couple of questions, but one was, you know, do you use them regularly? How often do you use them? Would it be detrimental if students did not have a one-to-one program versus a cart in every classroom? And so anyways, it was overwhelming. I mean, the majority is like, I think only 4 would prefer to keep it one-to-one, and the rest were for doing carts in every classroom. So all that say, what we're proposing tonight is to purchase Chromebook carts, just the carts themselves. We have the Chromebooks on site that we're putting together to put in the carts. But this would be to purchase the carts, and we would be essentially purchasing 35 carts, and they would be going in one into every classroom at the high school. And so it'd be like we do it at the elementary schools, where, you know, you come in, now granted, at the elementary schools, those kids stay in that class, but, you know, to me, it'd be no different than when I was in high school and we had a calculator. I went and I was assigned calculator number 11. So if I come in, it's broken, well, who had it before me? So, that's essentially what we're asking for and proposing tonight, is that, we just look at going back, and it is really, I just go back to, it was, the request started with the staff, and that's just kind of how we got to this point. Do you think anything, Jason, that I missed, or that you'd like to include?
I'm a big proponent for teachers teaching kids, and knowing that there's other pathways out there for graduation, and some of that's virtual. What we will ensure is that if a kid needs something to take home, we will have it able to check out through the library. It's not like they will be completely off limits, you know, when they go home. But they will have the opportunity to check those out through the library if they need one for research or if they're catching up on it, whatever it may be. We will still have them for them.
And there's some big advantages. You wanna talk about those advantages?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like one of the advantages is, I mean, obviously, if they're not taking them home, there's less breakages. Another one is just the filtering, you know, like kids have them at home, they try to look up things that they shouldn't, so if they aren't provided a device at home, then that's not an issue either. But we're just trying to go back to what's best for kids, and at the end of the day, like,
And the research is shifting, it's saying that too much device time is not good for kids.
Yeah.
Well, and another big advantage, when I said, you know, that this is, as a teacher, that I would like, kids are so smart. If they could have, none of them could touch a computer until they got to college, and they'll still be, you know, in days right up with everybody else.
oh yeah.
But the kids have figured out, no cell phones, who cares? You make a live document, and when you get to your class, you just lift it up and you just start typing, and so-and-so in the other class, we're all talking to each other on that one document. So it's just like having a cell phone, except now you're not gonna get in trouble because you have a cell phone now. So that'll cut down on this, because they'll only get it out when they have an assignment. Now, could somebody still do it, but that's gonna take a lot more coordination, you know, about with each other. But at least they're only getting it out when they actually need it.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion, we buy them.
Can I get a second? All right, all in favor?
Then item C and D, if the board doesn't mind, I'll talk about both of those at once. So basically, you know the price of everything increasing. Our vehicle insurance renewal went up $4,298 from last year. But Mr. Brightside, looking on the other side, our property insurance renewal went down $61,278. So I think that's a big win for the district, so. And of course, those are both renewals, so.
Can I get a vote to approve the renewal of insurance? Nick? Bobby?
All in favor? Spread out this one.
Thank you.
Serious.
Next up, we have a certified PPC presentation.
For those who I haven't met, hi, I'm Jennifer Barnett. I am your certified PPC secretary. We have our policy 3.1 that we have been revising over the last few months, and we have the final copy for you to look at, I think.
That's the attached to it. That's the insurance. That's the insurance, that's, yeah.
The policy itself has not changed,
Yeah, you want to copy that?
and I'll tell you about it when he's making copies. The policy itself has not changed. we changed some of the wording because when we changed our salary schedule, we went from the extended lanes, like the plus 12, plus 15, we no longer have those. And then in the previous policy, it stated they would get, if they have a new degree, they would be, their pay would change within 2 weeks. That was not happening here at Huntsville, that's not how our procedures are. So we removed that from the policy, everything else has stayed the same. And then it has a set date of when we do need all the paperwork into admin, so their pay can reflect that new decrease.
So kind of like we went back to where it used to be, like you had it by, I don't know, it was like September 1st or September 30th, maybe September 30th.
Yes, we went back to where we were before,
Okay,
we had the last salary.
okay.
Other than that, everything's the same.
Have you guys worked with CPPC on, coming up with a policy for the,
So
how to
we,
use your days?
we've been,
Yeah.
both committees have been talking, we're just gonna wait, because we're having trouble getting, we wanna make sure we get all feedback.
Yep.
And so we're still gonna be coming back to you guys at a later board meeting with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure we
We are, but it's still on our radar.
were, and let people know that we've not forgotten the
Yeah.
things, so.
Yes.
So do we need to put this on the agenda for the next meeting for action item, or,
I mean,
can we go ahead and approve
that's,
these changes?
that's totally up to the board. So, you can, I mean, usually vote to take action, table, or no action, I mean, so whatever.
So we'll vote to take action and then vote to approve.
One
Do we need to go?
Yeah, you can get a motion to approve the proposal. So,
Okay, I have a question. So on here it says August 15th, is that, are all classes pretty well through by then if somebody's,
Summer classes will be finished before then,
okay,
and so the next one would be December, and then that would go on the next August.
okay, so, but I wanted to make sure they would get it for that whole year. Okay,
And we wanted to make sure it was within that next payroll too, so.
okay. I make a motion to accept the proposal.
Second, alright, all in favor? To accept the proposal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
sorry, it's first time. That was it.
Okay, and personnel.
So hopefully everybody, if you have a chance to look at all the personnel, remember, we can make a motion to accept the personnel recommendations as is, so unless y'all want me to read through every one of them.
Anybody make a motion to accept the personnel as is? Bobby? Linda, he beat you. All in favor?
And I don't have any new business, but I need to apologize because I didn't recognize their first meeting also, our pre-K director and our St. Paul principal. So sorry about that, ladies. I wasn't paying attention, so.
It's all good. And Jason back there, says
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, are they filming?
Somebody killed me, huh?
People stand up and introduce them so that people at home,
well, they have to come up here.
oh, they have to, well, let them come up here.
That was Connie's idea.
I think some people at home know who everybody is.
Who wants to go first?
You can all three come together. Where's the camera?
Beat him up here.
Right.
Probably just
I think
say.
you gotta come up, because
Yeah, come a little closer.
yeah, come this way.
Yeah,
The camera's like right there.
Alright, yeah, you're good.
I just say who you are and.
Hey, I'm Jason Lartz, I'm a new high school principal. I'm the new high school principal here in Huntsville, I'm really excited about it. I've had 29 years in education as assistant superintendent, director of sports services, career tech education director, high school principal at Conway and at Mayflower. So really excited to be here. Everybody I've met's just been super supportive, and look forward to meeting you all.
Thank you, Jason.
Hi, I am Kimberly Shaw. I am the new St. Paul K-12 principal. Going on 22 years, have had experience in various grade levels as well as program coordinating. So, and I'm just excited to be here.
In trouble. I'm Teresa Shepherd, and I'm going to be the new pre-K director, filling the shoes down there. So I'm super excited about it. Lots of changes going to happen this year and in the future. We're going to grow, we're going to expand, and we're going to get more kids into the program and hopefully become just the hub of a great thing for the community. So I'm super excited.
All right, do we wanna make a?
Yes.
We thought we were gonna.
Yeah, come on, you two.
Stop.
We've had a lot of practice lately. Hi, I'm Ben Hopper. This is going to be my first year here as the assistant superintendent. I'm originally from Branson, Missouri. I have experience in pre-K through 12th grade as an administrator and pre-K through 6th grade. Before becoming an administrator, I was a special education teacher, and I'm excited to be here.
Ben.
I'm Ashley Fulmer. I'm also very excited to be here in Huntsville. My education background is high school and middle school and elementary principal and being a student at the middle school. So I've worn a lot of hats, actually kind of grew up in this area, and I'm really excited to learn more about this district and meet all the staff.
We also are really excited that we're able to provide, every child in the district school supplies through the, what's that fund? Declining enrollment fund. Super excited about that. And I know we're gonna recognize them later, but I'm really, really proud of our 19 merit paid
Yes.
teachers. So.
7 to 19, that's incredible. And make sure everyone knows that the school supplies are coming out of a declining enrollment fund. No $500 classroom fund. None from the teachers, all from the declining enrollment fund. So that's good stuff. So, okay.
If that's all, take a motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? We're out.
Thank you all.